Howdy, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Quotables. We are back with another thrilling episode, and I want to introduce my guest first, which is my friend Ernie.
Hello, I am Ernie, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host here and friend Lex here.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for the introduction.
Of course,
We are doing a kind of a late movie for, we wanted to do something for May the 4th, dedicated to that Star Wars Day, but we unfortunately had a little hiccup last week, so we weren't able to record. But we're okay. We're here. We're back early for you.
Yeah.
We are doing the 1987 spoof movie, Spaceballs by Mel Brooks, if you're not familiar. Ernie chose this film. Tell us why.
So this is one of those movies that I always say this, but it's like near and dear to my heart, and like I've watched this movie consecutively like every year. Like it's always one of those staple movies. Now you know what my like final review thoughts are gonna be, but
I know.
dude, like I watched this movie like so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember so many scenes just out of the top of my head. Like, if the movie's playing in the background, I could just hear it and know it, you know? It's one of those, and I'm super excited to kind of share this one with you.
Super.
And we got a little...
got some friends
we got a
joining
friends,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, say hello, guys.
But yeah, so what do you think about the movie overall? Like, I know you were excited
switching
to...
it up.
No, you're fine. I
We're
know
not
you were
doing
excited to kind of do this movie, too, so...
No, this was good because you had mentioned you wanted to do like one of the newer Star Wars movies, like The Force Awakens or like Last. And I wasn't. I was like, no, not really having it. I don't feel like doing that stuff. I mean, maybe like Rogue One or something, but I don't know. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. And then you mentioned Spaceballs. Okay, that actually I forgot about that one. That's funny that you said that. So I'm glad because it's a funny. It's dumb funny. You have to. I think this movie you have to be like a Star Wars fan. Like you can't just go in blind kinda. I mean, you probably could. But you won't get it as much.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's one of those movies that if you don't know what it's based off of, you're not gonna really like get the laughs that like obviously the director wanted you to have, because there's so many like subtle like things, like there's a lot of subtle humor here, but it all pertains to Star Wars. So if you're a fan, you're just gonna like love this movie. Like it's just a funny.
But not all of it does.
No, not all of it.
You could probably get away with just being like, oh, it's just a dumb sci-fi like random movie.
Yeah, because it adds a little bit of aliens. It adds like Star Trek, like a little bit of everything. So it's like
Well, we're done. Looks like we already went through it.
I know. Yeah,
Let's
so
okay.
love it, like it. Just kidding.
Well, let's get started then.
Yeah.
Before we give away the whole movie, before we start talking about it.
Actually, a little minor thing I want to say. So obviously, if you've listened to the Quotables cast, this is a spoiler cast. So we are going to talk about the whole movie. If you have not watched it, obviously, you're like what? You're really late. It's a really old movie, so yeah.
This is only like our 3rd out of 30 disclaimers for spoiler cast. But if you haven't caught on yet,
yeah, you wouldn't know. Yeah, because maybe someone skipped the episode. They're like, I want to watch Spaceballs, but I didn't watch the last one, so
I want to know what they think before I watch, and I'm like, oh,
yeah. So a little disclaimer there.
Okay. Well, let's start it off. We get the classic opening crawl from a Star Wars movie. That makes a lot more sense than any other Star Wars movie to me. But it's just dumb, like random. And there's a little quote in there I like, and it says, "Unbeknownst to the princess, but nost to us."
And then the bottom part of it, because it's all it's a little crawl, right? And it says, "If you can read this, you don't need glasses."
I know that shit does.
That should always have. This is the only crawl I've always just kind of stayed with.
Watched?
That I actually finished watching it.
But then, like, even the crawl's not even that long because you get the stupid ship that takes forever.
That's right.
And if you haven't seen Star Wars, there's the scene in the New Hope is the ship, and it takes quite a bit. It's a big ship, and at the end it says "We break for nobody" at the little bumper sticker. So we get our intro to Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders, yeah.
And Dark Helmet, which is probably one of my favorite characters. Lord Helmet, yeah.
Sorry.
Played by he's probably my favorite character of this movie.
Yeah.
Played by Rick Moranis, classic guy.
Dude,
love Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis is if he's in a movie, it's going to be good. I don't know what it is.
It's a classic.
He's just a classic guy, just like John Candy, which is a character later.
Which is in it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's he's doing his thing. He's the threatening presence, but he gets once he takes off his stupid little helmet. It's just like this little nerdy guy. Like doesn't even look like
menacing.
Right? Yeah, he has a stupid little tie and like bald. Well, it looks like testicles. But
it looks like a testicle and a penis. Right?
But I even like Colonel Sanders. Like they're a classic little pair.
Yeah.
He goes, and then he gets. They call it the guys on the crew Spaceballs. Like, And,
like the henchman, right, or whatever.
Yeah, and he goes over his helmet by calling over. He's like, "You gone over my helmet?" And like calling President Scrooge.
He goes,
minutes later.
no, maybe just a side.
And he zaps his wang with his little force or his Shwartz.
I wanted to ask you this: is he grabbing his whole testicles, or just his testicles, or like his whole package?
I don't even know what he's doing.
Yeah, because it always seems like he was just grabbing his balls.
He's squeezing them good, and then they go to the coffee machine. Oh,
And
no,
then,
he's like, no, we gotta go to the radar. He's like, what's this? He's like, it's the coffee machine.
Yeah, no, wait, I want to say something because I love this little like I said, the subtle humor. As he's squeezing that dude's balls or whatever, and he's hurting him, Colonel Sanders is spacing off, and he's going.
Oh yeah,
you remember?
Yeah,
and then he goes, he's all Sanders, and then he goes, yes, Lord Helmet, and he covers his testicles, and that becomes a run-on joke, right? That he's
always squeezing people's balls,
yeah,
because Darth Vader did the neck. But yeah, he's all, why is this radar working? He's all, oh no, it's Mr. Coffee, and then he make the coffee. He's like, yes, I always have coffee while I watch radar. You know that. Everyone knows that. All,
of course we do, sir.
Course, sir. Oh, we didn't even mention how he talks. Like, when he has the helmet on, he's like, no. This. And then when he takes off his helmet, he's like, what? Like, just this super goofy dude.
If anybody knows his voice, you'll know. That's just him.
So their whole plan here is to planet Geridia, which is where our Princess Leia, which is our princess, what's her name? Vespa. So she's having her way. Their whole little plan is to suck the air out of their planet so they can have air for themselves, because they're running out on their planet, which we'll explore a little more later.
And then that's when they break the fourth wall, right? And that point is all, you got that?
You got that? Yeah, they're looking at it. You got that? Like, it's stupid. Then he goes, I hope it's a long ceremony because it's gonna be a short honeymoon. Oh, stupid.
Yeah. Then he sips the coffee and it's too hot.
And
then he's all, and he hits him in the back and he's all, hot, too hot.
Intro to King Roland and Princess Vespa and Dot Matrix. Dot Matrix is the C-3PO version of a C-3PO.
That's funny the way he said that.
So the princess is getting married to Prince Valium. And that guy's sweet. He's always tired.
You know why, right?
Yeah, because that's his name. Is
the Valium. Yeah, because that's a muscle relaxant.
He's like,
and later on he goes, come back.
She doesn't want to marry him, though.
No, she doesn't.
So she runs off.
And he's like one of the last. You find out that he's like one of the last
princesses like of
the galaxies or something. So she has to.
Yeah, or else she can't get married or whatever. She's like, I have to marry a prince. And they take off on their what does he call it? What is it called? The ship he takes off.
The one that she takes off on.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Mercedes.
That's what it is. But he says it like a super pretty
I
intense.
forget what the heck. Yeah,
I forget. He says it later.
It's like a Mercedes or something. But
it is a Mercedes. Yeah,
and then the guy because she's trying to marry him, right? And
the priest.
Yeah, and then the priest he's all, and she's running down the aisle and whatever.
That guy's all pissed off the whole time.
Yeah, throughout the whole movie.
Or even when they're walking down the aisle, like the guys on the piano, he's all pissed off, like trying to do the song.
Because he's trying to play them walking in, right? I forgot about that.
So they take off. Dot Matrix and Prince Vespa fly. Princess. I'm sorry. God.
No worries.
A lot of prince and princesses. They take off. So this is where we get our intro to Barf, Chewbacca, and Lone Star, which is Han Solo and their sweet ass RV. And
played by go ahead.
The bumper sticker. I love Uranus.
And then that was played by Barf is played by the late and great John Candy.
And he's doing that sweet little dance. I love his little dance he's doing while he's eating. He's
like, what's the song he goes? Save your hands.
Classic 80s song for sure.
And he's like, and then he's all Barf.
Oh yeah. Lone Star.
Barf, but he's all always when I'm eating.
So they get so he goes in with the cockpit and they get a call from Vinny and Pizza the Hut. Dude, Pizza the Hut. Not gonna lie, that's pretty.
Oh my god,
I would eat that guy because I love pizza.
That's funny because I actually wrote here if you were a creature, you would be that guy. And he's all, you're tasty.
When he's eating, he's all, they're just laughing.
Dude, freaking Vinny, the guy's all, he's like a robot, right? And he's always glitching when he's talking or whatever. I hated this scene. I'll always skip this purposely, but this time, obviously, I watched it for the Quotables cast, but like, dude, this thing grosses me out, bro.
Eating that pizza?
No, just that Pizza the Hut.
Ah, dude, that
thing's
good.
Random little side fact. So there's actually, obviously, you see that there's a guy in the costume. At some point during filming, those who know, Mel Brooks likes to do a ton of takes, and people would always get pissed off about that, like actors. And he always wanted to do a lot of takes with that Pizza the Hut because the Pizza the Hut's a costume that's like has like this heated, so it's always boiling. So that's like real pizza.
Oh shit.
And then I guess at one point, like the guy that was the guy that was acting, it went on fire and he freaking got out of the suit. And he's like, I'm not going back in there. So they had a different actor go into it later on.
I didn't know that.
A random ass little.
Well, even that guy Vinny, that's just makeup. It's not even like anything else, like prosthetics.
Yeah,
it's
that's true. Yeah, it's all, and it looks really good
it looks
too.
super good. So anyway, they owe $1 million space bucks, and he's like, or else pizza is gonna send out for you. It sounds like a little
like a mobster.
What's his name? Sylvester Stallone. A little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
So we cut back to Princess and Dot. So Princess is and Dot's trying to talk to her, and she has the little headphones, which are the Princess Leia headphones.
Oh yeah, I want to say.
What?
I want to say something before, because I didn't say this. When Vinny's eating them, he says, you're delicious." That's what he says.
Yeah.
I just remembered that.
I think you did say that.
Oh, I did. Okay, never mind then. Yeah.
You're dumb.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just a quick little scene with Vespa. Like Dot's probably like was like, "Wow, we have to go back." Blah blah blah. She's like, "No," like whatever. It's just a quick little scene. So that's what we cut.
She
to the
takes off her headphones, right?
Yeah, that's the Princess Leia. That's
the Princess Leia.
You're not fucking listening.
No.
So we cut to the planet Spaceball, and President Scroob, he's sucking in some Perrier because their plan is running out of air.
Yeah.
And their whole plan is to get the air from Juridia. So then he's told that they see Prince Vespa by Colonel Sanders, I believe, and he's asked them to beam them. No, he is asked to be beamed. Like when he's talking to that lady, he's like, I forgot her name, but it's one of the ladies that are on his ship, and he's like, "Has Scotty?" He's like, "Scotty, I don't trust that beaming." And the girl's like, "Scotty beams me. He beamed me twice last night." So
and it was wonderful.
And it was wonderful. And then that's when Scrooge gets fucking Scroobed. I'm sorry. Is it Scrooge? No, Scroob. I think it is. Body gets flipped the wrong way. He has his ass in the front and he's lying in the back. And then Snotty. Oh, his name's Snotty. They call him, not Scotty.
Yeah, Snotty. It's not Scotty. Yeah.
He's all Captain. He's just a super. He says something. I forgot what he says though.
He goes, "Luck 1, luck 2, luck 3." You know what he sends him back. Obviously, those who don't know, he's parodying Scotty from Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
And so like he's like really Irish, and he has a little beret with a little red thing. It's like those little things that you notice. It's so fucking funny.
Little things. So the president gets beamed back. He's like, "Screw this! I'm gonna walk," and just walks to the next room. It's literally like right there. And that's when they raid our Vespa. And Dark Helmet shoots a warning shot at the princess.
Lord Helmet.
I'm sorry, I keep saying Dark Helmet. We go back to them. He shoots a warning princess.
Yeah.
He's all, "Careful, sir. I said across her nose, not up it."
I love this scene, dude. Hold on, I'm gonna say this one. He goes, "Careful, you idiot! I said across her nose, not up it." And then the guy turns around. It's a spaceball. His eyes are all cross-eyed, and he goes,
"Sorry, sir."
He's all, "Sorry, sir. I'm doing my best." He's all, "Who made that man a gunner?" He's all, "I did, sir. He's my cousin." He's all, "Who's he?" "He's an asshole, sir." He's all, "I know that. What's his name?" And then he's all,
"Asshole."
"That is his name, sir. Asshole, Major Asshole." "And his cousin? He's an asshole too, sir. Gunner's mate, first class, Philip Asshole."
So how many assholes do we have on the ship? They're all,
He's like, "Yo."
He's
like, "I knew it. I'm surrounded by
assholes.
Keep firing, assholes." And it's like that's like one of my favorite scenes.
That's a random scene.
I'll
tell you one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. And he goes, so King Roland calls Lone Star to help save his princess. And then Barb's like, he's all, "We got this thing about death. It's not us." But the king agrees to pay them their 1 million space bucks, which is weird. They should ask her a little more, a little spending money.
They probably could have got like $2 million, honestly,
to help pay their debt.
Yeah.
So then Lone Star to hype him up. He's like, "We aren't doing this for the money.
We're doing it for a shitload of money." Yeah.
And this next quote I kind of say a lot. He goes, "You're right, and when you're right, you're right, and you're always right."
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. I was about to tell you I do the same thing.
Yeah, it's just like, you're right, and when you're right, you're right.
You're right.
And so, in order to stop the ship from getting Vespa, they jam the radar, which is literally a glass of jam, a jelly jam. No, I think it's strawberry. I don't know.
It's raspberry.
Raspberry.
Yeah, and this is when we get our introduction to Michael Winslow.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. So he starts tripping. And he calls Elmer. He's all, he's talking in the radio. And he's like, "What was that?" Takes it away.
He goes, he's doing that. He's like, what does he say? He's like, something's wrong with the radar, sir.
That's what he does.
Yeah, something wrong with the radar.
I'm
And
not
then he's like, well, you don't need to use that anymore. And then he puts it away. And then he goes, there's something wrong with the radar without the thing. And then freaking Lord Helmet gets so pissed. He pulls it off and throws it. And he goes, okay, what is it? He's like, there's something wrong with the radar, sir.
Yeah, all
and
clear.
if you hear, like, Michael Winslow chuckles in that little scene because he found it so funny that he did that.
That's funny. No, I think... No, I'm sorry. Yeah, for those who don't know Michael Winslow, he's that guy who makes funny noises. He's from Police Academy and stuff. He's like known for that.
For his voice interpretations of
but
stuff.
He goes, I've lost the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
He's like, the what, and the what? You know.
And then like he makes sweet ass noises.
And then he goes, that's not all he's lost.
That's one of my favorites though. That's one of my favorite scenes. And then they taste these all raspberries. There's only one man who would dare to give me the raspberry. Lone Star.
And the camera hits him.
And he's like, oh. So now we're back to the ship, and Barf enters their little Mercedes. He's like, I'm a Mog. I'm half a dog, half a man. I'm my own best friend. And he's like, she goes, what? And he's like, okay, let's go. And he goes, wait, what about my matched luggage? Vespa said, he's like, and so he like she has a bunch of luggage, and then Dot's like, hey, stop looking at my can. So, sorry. So Lone Star tells her, because he comes in, he's like, what's all that? She moving in or something like that? And he's like, it's your royal luggage. He's all pissed off. Barf. And then he tells her that they're gonna dump the luggage, and the Vespa doesn't like that, so they kind of just go a little back and forth. And then he goes, oh man, that's all we need. A Druish princess. And then Barf goes, funny. She doesn't look Druish. That's when he breaks the fourth wall. Because, it's a racist joke. Anyway, so
it's a play on Jewish. Those who didn't catch that.
Mel Brooks is Jewish, so it's okay. So we cut to Helmet capturing the Mercedes, and there's no princess. And then he goes, Winnebago, Lone Star. I don't know, why did he say Winnebago? Did they like a little note? I forgot why he says that.
Oh, Winnebago.
Yeah, he says.
No, the Winnebago's the car.
No, I know, but I think maybe he sees it in the distance. I forgot why he says it. So they have to lose him. So Lone Star is forced to go into hyperactive mode, and Helmet is pissed again that they lost him. So Helmet says, "We're gonna go to ludicrous speed." And then Colonel Sanders, he's like, "What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?"
He goes, prepare the ship. He's all, prepare the ship
he's
for hyperspeed. He's all, cancel the 3-ring circus.
He's like, cancel the free-range circus. Secure all the live animals from the zoos. And he's like, stop it. And so ludicrous speed, it's based off, what is it called? Light speed.
Yeah.
So ludicrous is just crazy. So they go on to ludicrous speed, and the only guy who doesn't strap up his helmet like a fool, and they go so fast.
He's all buckle up. Or he tells them to buckle up, and he goes, buckle this.
So they go so fast that they go plaid as they pass Lone Star.
And then, oh my God, they gone to plaid.
And then they stop, and then the Helmet's like, stop this thing, and then he stops, and
we can't stop. It's too dangerous.
He's like, I order you.
It's a bullshit.
And that's when he launches, because they stop, and he just launches and slams his head.
The way they film that is so fucking classic. And then like he hits his head, and then he's like, oh my God, Lord Helmet, are you okay?
He's like, fine. How you been?
He's like,
what should we do now, sir? Well, are we stopped? Good. Why don't we take a 5-minute break? Smoke if you got him. That's another scene. That's another thing.
His helmet.
Smoke if you got him. His helmet. His like glasses are a little messed up and stuff. And he passes out.
Oh my God, that shit is hilarious, bro.
So back to Lone Star and the crew. They lose gas and have to make an emergency landing. And then Bart's like, I told you should have paid more than $5 in. So they crash land on what looks like to be a Tatooine type planet. Vespa, they land, and then Vespa and Lone Star have a little like grunt like match, like arguing, and then like Dot's like, wait, what if he's killed? And she's like, I know these space dogs, they look ugly, yeah, all stupid. And then they meet each other, and of course they lost each other. No, that's not that part. I can't do it. And then Lone Star, they stop, and then Lone Star says, on this ship you refer to me as idiot? Hey you captain. Not hey you captain. He's like, wait, what? So obviously they have to trek because they have nowhere to go. They've crash landed. Lone Star's like, take only what you need to survive. Cut to them holding all that luggage in the desert, And Bart's like, I hope they didn't forget anything. And I love this scene because he pulls out the big old
the big ass hair dryer.
It's my industrial strength hair dryer, and I can't
live
live without
without
it. Oh, dude, that's just hilarious. And they ended up dropping it. He's like, oh, this is much lighter.
And then they're like, they're all in that hot, and then he's like, water, and then like Dot Matrix asks for oil, and
oil.
then what does freaking Vespa say? She goes,
room service,
room service.
So we go back to Dark Helmet, and they're like, wow, shit, what do we do? So they decide to pull out a copy of Spaceballs the movie.
Spaceballs the movie.
Spaceballs the movie. He's all, instant consent, sir. They're out in stores before the movie's in and finished. He's all, brilliant. He's all, this is here, and this is now. He's all, where? And this is it. And he's all, when? And
he's all, by tomorrow, they'll be our because, they find out that where they are, what planet, right? And he's all, by tomorrow, they'll be our prisoners.
Ooh. And he goes, prepare to fast forwarding, sir. So they get to that exact scene on where they're at, but then even like they're seeing the whole scene where Helmet flies. He's all, skip this part. In fact, never show it again. Yeah. Never show it to anybody again.
It's all fast forward. It's
like, so sweet. Yeah, but I love that word. How? When? I love Rick Moranis. We cut back to our heroes. Lone Star and Vespa are getting nice and close. They're about the fire. While Barf and Dot are sleeping, and they're looking at the stars. Oh, that's the Ford Galaxy, which is a reference to Harrison Ford,
yeah.
who he's copping. And then he reveals that he's given a secret necklace, but he doesn't know because no wise man can tell him where it's been.
Oh, sorry, dude.
So
that little medallion later on.
I know.
It's so hilarious.
So they're getting nice and close. They're getting a little, and then they're about to kiss, and that's when Dot's virgin alarm goes off and Cox block. So it's programmed to go off before you do. So it shows the gang coming again. That's when they're saying the drink part because you skipped that.
Oh yeah, right.
The gang passes out from the heat, and that's when we get the little ding stuff. Ding ding, ding 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 ding, which is supposed to be the Ewoks.
Yeah.
And then they wake up. So when did we get to Disneyland?
Dude, did that foreshadow?
It did, yeah, because now Disneyland owns the balls.
Owns Star Wars, yeah.
So as this happening, we cut to the helmet, and it was a little safari helmet on, and they're looking for everybody on their little sand speeder. They're all, I think it's sweet.
Yeah.
That's just a quick scene. So they've arrived on the planet.
This is random about that little speeder.
Yes.
You know how they made it look like it was like on the like floating, yeah?
Oh yeah.
They put like mirrors on the thing, so it looks like
it was hovering.
Yeah, but like when you watched it back in the day in VHS, it was like all crappy, so it was fine. But now that it's all like digitalized and like HD, you can tell that it's glass or whatever. So it was just funny.
They didn't think about that, did they? So then we go back to our heroes, and the Dinks take them to the lair where we're introduced to Yogurt the Wise, Wizard of Oz style. Oh, shout out to the last movie we did.
Last movie.
And then Bar's like, it looks like the Temple of Doom. So Yogurt comes out, played by Mel Brooks, he's also President Scrooge, but in this part he's this guy, Little Yogurt, which is a play on Yoda. Yogurt reveals the power of the Schwartz, and he goes, "What is it that you do here?" And he's like, merchandising.
He's all merchandising.
He's all, we got Spaceballs the t-shirts, Spaceballs the dolls. And he's all, look at a little yogurt, like some stupid shit.
And he's all, the kids. And the Spaceballs flamethrower.
The kids love
that. The kids love this. Can I tell you something? This is another little side fact. Thank you. So George, I don't know if you knew this, but George Lucas gave Mel Brooks the okay to make the movie, right? So because he loved the script and all that stuff, so he actually allowed him to use some of the special effects, so like the lightsaber, all that. So that's why it looks as good as it does. And then one of
our team.
Yeah, so one of the things that George Lucas had told Mel Brooks, he's like, okay, you can have all the stuff that you need, right? But the only thing that you cannot do is sell merchandise. And that's why that joke is in this movie, the merchandising.
I see.
Because, he's like, I didn't want him to come out with a toy that was better than what I had come up with because, at that time it was like different.
Remember the craze was like Star Wars toys?
Yeah, of course, dude. It was crazy. And, like,
wild.
They were, like, sold out.
They're
still sold out. Like, people still go crazy for
seriously.
them. I thought it was funny.
But even this last toy, which is a little doll, and he pulls it back. He's all, make the Schwartz be with you. And he's all, adorable. And gives a little kiss. He's all, I love that.
He's on his knees.
Yeah, he's walking on his knees. So we go back to Helmet with orders and he's ordering his men to comb the desert, literally. And this is one of my favorite scenes. He's going through all the guys, and they literally have a big comb, and they're combing the desert. He's all, "You guys find anything yet?" "Oh, nothing, sir." "What about you guys?" "Oh, no, nothing." Then they go to the two black guys,
And
and
it's like they have a pick.
They have the
afro pick.
the pick comb. He's all,
goes,
"Found anything yet?" He's all, "What about you guys?" "We ain't found
"Oh,
shit." Dude, I love that scene.
Oh god, dude, that guy ends up like later. Well, not at that time, but he ends up becoming a character in Star Trek, and he becomes pretty famous.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so like Rand, I don't know his name on the top of my head, but yeah, so he that scene, I think
His name's
gave him
Asshole.
I think that scene gave him a stardom. I'm just kidding.
Well, that's weird because they pause on his face for a while.
Yeah, and he's like this.
He's just like staring like all
just
pissed.
staring at.
That's a good
It's just
bit. I
so
love
fucking
that.
hilarious. We ain't found shit.
So we go back to Yogurt, and he's translating Lone Star's necklace. I think what you were talking about.
Oh yeah.
He's all, he goes,
He's like, "You can read it?"
"No, I was just clearing my throat." But anyway, he tells him that he has the power
Oh,
of Schwartz,
God.
basically, and then
Yeah.
he's the power, like he has his superpowers. He's all, "Oh, there's another thing, but I'll tell you later." So he starts training him, and he lists the statue that smashes Barf. He's no, and he tries it. He's like, "Hey, wait, say the spell, Upsy Daisy, Upsy Maisie, Upsy Daisy," or something like. He says some weird thing.
Yeah.
So it's funny, but Barf's like with his foot's all messed up. So he cuts a helmet, feeling the Schwartz presence as they're doing this, and they find the lair. He's all, "Yogurt, I hate yogurt, especially with strawberries." And he's like, "No, he got the upside, I got the downside. There's two sides to every Schwartz." Like some stupid, like trying to like explain the dark and the light side of the Force. It's so stupid because he's not as powerful apparently. He's got the downside. So Vespa gets tricked by Helmet while they're sleeping. That it says Dad, like calling for. He's all, "Vespa, Vespa," and it's Helmet. He's all, "Fooled you." And they take the princess and Dot. And then so Lone Star wakes up. He's like, "Oh man, what?" And then Yogurt's like, "Hurry!" He's all, "You can take our helmet to go save her." He's all, "There's no more important thing about the Schwartz, but I'll tell you later," or something like that. And he's all, "So will we ever explore more about the Schwartz?" He's like, "Sure, maybe in the sequel, Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money." It's like, it's sweet.
That's hilarious, dude. You know what's funny is that so obviously they never made a sequel, and
Yeah.
the sequel is gonna be called because I guess Rick Moranis and Mel Brooks ended up speaking at some point later on in their life, and he told them that the sequel was gonna be called The Search for the second movie script or something stupid like that. Something like, having to do with like there's no number 2, and like, dude, that would have been fucking
Well, I think some of
awesome.
them didn't want to do it.
Yeah, I
And then
bet.
John Candy passed away, so there's like,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so it's just
That's
kinda
right.
just never happened.
I forgot when that John Candy had passed away, like pretty recent, or
Mhm.
like at that time.
So at this point, so Helmet's happy. We cut to him playing with his dolls. He's like, "Jewish princesses are often drawn to money and power." She's like, "Oh, your helmet is so big." Like, I love when he's playing with his dolls. I guess this scene was improvised by Rick Moranis. It wasn't even like part of it. He actually like improvised that whole scene. It's a pretty funny scene.
That's so awesome.
And Sanders comes in. He's all, "Sanders, I told you not to come in." He's like, "I'm sorry, sir. Playing with your dolls again, sir." He's like,
He goes, "I told you to knock before you come in," and he goes, "Sorry, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again."
So we got Helmet with Vespa threatening the king with the nose job for Vespa. He shows her the old nose. "I don't want my old nose, Dad." It's a super huge.
It looks like a witch nose, right?
We've got our top surgeon. Something is like a Jewish name.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
stupid.
Then he's like, and he's also good in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, it's a dumb thing.
Holocaust or something.
And then yeah, they're talking about that. He's like, "Okay, you have to give us the king obliges." He doesn't want to do it. He's like, "I'm going to give you the combination." He's like, "The combinate to the airlock." He's like, "The combination is 1, 2, 1 through 6." And he's like, "That's dumb. That's like an idiot put on his luggage." And then that's when President Screw comes in. They tell him the password. "Amazing. That's the combination I have on my luggage." But I actually forgot this one part because I really love it because like the hot girl, like
the nurse,
the
that's what I was
nurse,
about to
they're
say.
like making out and they take off, and
Yeah.
then Helmet goes, "I bet she gets great helmet."
helmet.
The way he does it though is so sweet.
Oh, it's so
It's
funny.
just too many
dude.
things going on in this little movie. It's kind of hard
Yeah.
to keep track. And we cut to Lone Star and Barf where they come on the ship and they steal some uniforms, and they end up finding the princess and Dot. And then because they hear her, she's like, "Nobody knows the trouble I see."
He's like, "Nobody knows but Jesus. And then Barf goes, she's a base.
She's a base. So they save him,
Good.
and then that's when they have a little a battle happens. You know, they're getting chased, and then oh my God, we're trapped. And Dot's like, I hate these movies. And they're about to escape. Like they have a sweet little plan to get out, and they jump through the wall.
Oh, can I say this, please?
Yes, you can.
This is so overall, like I love like a lot of the scenes in the movie. This is a movie that is like one of my favorite, and I always think about it. And so I'll go into it. So yeah, they jump that wall, and then this random ass like Spaceball, but he's like the lieutenant of them. He goes, "Spectacular stunt, my friend, but all for naught. Turn around, please." He goes, "What a pity." As he's taking off his glove, he's all, "What a pity. So, Princess, you thought you could outwit the Imperious force of..." And he's all, "You idiots. They're not, these are not them. You've captured the stunt doubles. Search the area. Find them.
Yeah,
Find
so
them."
all the characters, like Vespa's like a man with
Yeah.
like a mustache, and like they all just look hammered down. The only one that doesn't look different was Dot. What was different about Dot?
I don't even.
I don't think
they
it was
never
anything.
But freaking, what's it called? The one that
Bar-
plays Vespa
Oh, yeah,
has a
Vespa has-
cigar. He has a cigar and a big ass mustache.
So good.
Oh God, dude! I freaking. He's
So
all,
that happened. Yeah,
"All
but
for naught."
I love that guy. He just comes in.
He's
So we go back to the gang where it reveals that you know, they go back to the ship, and then they're like, Vespa ends up holding him off all sweet. And that was pretty good. And it's like, and then Dot's like, that was pretty good for Rambo, because she ended up. What did they like shoot?
They
like,
shoot her hair.
That's what it was. Burn her
Yeah.
hair, and she's like, "Wow!" She gets all pissed off.
He's all, she just takes them all out.
So they're back to like the main lobby area, and we cut to President Scrooge running to like where Helmet and stuff. And he's all, I had to run. If I walked, the movie would be over.
And then like he, they're all going like home, or what is it? They do the little sign.
Oh yeah.
And then he runs.
He's all, I don't even know what it is.
He's like, well, I think that means like, because their whole thing is like,
Fuck.
they go like,
Yeah,
fuck you
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing
yeah.
with their full hand, but then he goes like, he waves.
And he's like, so good.
But he does that to all of it. It's so fucking funny, bro.
So they continue with their plan. Now they got the combination to steal the air, and that's when their ship transforms into a maid.
Mega
with a giant,
maid.
giant vacuum. And then Spark's like, my gosh, it's not just a space ship, it's a transformer.
And then the drums. Dun, 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 dun.
And then Helmet's like, commence operation. Vacuum suck. And then
He's like, suck.
So that's when they start sucking all the air out of Druidia, which is, and then like even King Roland, you see him running out of air, and he like passes out like he's about to die. It's so sad. So Lone Star has to think of something quick, and he ends up using his Schwartz to switch the vacuum. And then Captain, they're like, "What happened?" He's like, "It's Mega Maid. She's gone from suck to blow."
And they just use that rewind, and it makes it look like everything goes back, to like all the trees,
back, so
everything, yeah.
Everyone's saved, and then so the heroes, they enter the maid, and Lone, like they think there's a way
Through
to
the
destroy
ear,
it.
right?
Yeah, through the ear, and Lone Stark embarks on his quest inside to destroy it. So he does that Vulcan neck bench on the guard.
Neck pinch.
Yeah, neck pinch where the guard's like, no, that's not how you do
all,
it. You gotta go a little above there.
He's like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, the Vulcan neck pinch. He's like, no, stupid. You got it too high. It's down here where the shoulder meets the neck. He's like this. He's like, yeah.
And just passes out. So stupid.
I always thought he said the Vulcan death grip. That's what I've always
was
remembered
it
as
the
a
pinch?
kid. Yeah, and then I was watching
bench. Maybe it just
maybe it autocorrected. But yeah, like for the longest, like I always remembered it as Vulcan death grip.
Yeah.
And it's probably like that for Star Trek. I'm not a big Star Trek guy, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just funny because I was like finally reading it, for the quotables. I was like, oh my god, it's pinch.
So funny.
So stupid because
And you watch it so many times, you don't even know.
I know you don't even remember that.
So yeah, he does that, and then he gets through, and he finds the self-destruct button, and that's when Lone Star and Helmet encounter. He's like, "At last we meet for the first time, for the last time." And then that's when Helmet's like, "That's something you need to know. I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate." He's like, what does that make us? Absolutely nothing. Which is what you are about to be.
that scene, just that they added that, dude, like it's so stupid. It added nothing to it, but it was just so great.
So they start to fight with their Schwartz, and he's like, "I see a Schwartz is as big as mine." And then we have that first battle,
Wait, I wanted to talk about something, dude. This is a random scene that occurs after he gets that guy with the Vulcan pinch.
Uh-huh.
That dude that he kills with the freaking the shaving cream. You don't remember that?
Oh,
He
yeah,
gets him
yeah.
in the eye, then he gets him in the mouth, and it's like
He's
like,
like,
he's like, "Ah!" Like, what the hell happened? Like,
and it was a Spaceball shaving cream.
yeah. Continue. I'm sorry. I just wanted.
I forgot about that part. So yeah, they're fighting. It's a cool little fight. They do pretty sweet, and then
Yeah. And they get their what are the rings called? They're sabers, I guess.
the Schwartz
sword
ring.
rings?
They're just called Schwartz, I think.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, they get them tangled together, and he's like, "What if I put my knee? Or you
Oh,
put
yeah,
your
yeah.
knee,
Oh,
and I put my leg
They
over
get
here to get unstuck?" And they're like,
Oh shit. But Helmet ends up with the upper hand. He's like, evil will always triumph because good is dumb. And then
"Isn't that what that does the oldest trick in the book?" Yeah.
he's like, oh, that is the oldest trick in the book, man. I can't believe you fell for
He's
it.
like, "Here, have it. I
Yeah,
feel
he's
bad."
like, oh, and he drops it. Oh, again, man. Like the way he makes his voice
He's
is
so
great.
stupid. Oh my god. Dude.
And that's when Yogurt in Lone Star's head, he's like, the ring is Pupkiss. I found it in a Cracker-Jack box. So that's, Lone Star ends up beating Helmet because he's using the actual Schwartz. And he reveals that he's actually a prince, right? At that moment, I think he does.
No, that's not what happened. That happens in the end.
It's later. It's later.
Yeah.
That's right. So he presses the self-destruct. That's when the sweet little Spaceball song starts. Spaceballs,
Baseball.
and everyone's all running around. They're all, And then Scoob's like, Sanders, you gotta help me. I can't make decisions. I'm a president. And then the whole escape pod. You can totally tell the escape pod scene is from Star Wars. Like they're using that.
Spaceball.
But they're all trying to get one. The Colonel Sanders, Helmet, and
I like the one
Scoop.
with the one Lord Helmet, bro.
And then but what we got, and the pizza guy's all pizza to go. He's like, ah, and then the fucking bearded lady's all, come back, you fat bearded
bitch.
and then the best one is the gorilla. It's all
No, it's
sneaking
not a
in.
gorilla. It's a bear.
Is it a bear? Oh, it's
Yeah,
a
it's
bear.
a
That's right,
bear,
it's a bear.
yeah.
It's all in ways. It's all.
It tries
But,
to take what's his fuck, I forget his name.
Scrooge or whatever.
whatever his fucking name. I always forget
He
his
puts a seatbelt on. He's all, what the?
and it's
He's
his
like, that's a bear.
paws.
So then the bear takes off. It's all.
Yeah.
So that's when the three are stuck, and they're the only ones that didn't get out on time. And so they count down to their doom and are launched into space forever, like the Phantom Zone, like kind of style, right? But they're in the maid's head, which resembles the Statue of Liberty, which we'll get to that later. So we cut to the heroes, and they're happy. And then a newscast pops up about Pizza the Hut being dead by having to eat himself to death.
Because he got stuck in a car.
And then the newscaster's like, now for Pongo's review for Rocky
He
5,000.
5,000.
So they return Vespa to Prince Valium, and Barf and Star end up, like, they leave. They just leave her. And
He was trying to, at this moment, wasn't it when Lord Helmet and Colonel Sanders are trying to do the detonate? They're trying to stop the
oh, yeah, well, that's what we're talking about when they get
okay.
launched into space. And they're all 3, 2, no, she's
And
like, what happened to 7? She's like, just kidding.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
then
Spaceballs.
And they tried to cancel the detonation, remember?
That
and
was out of order, right?
Yeah, and then he says, what does he say? He goes, I don't know if you because the movie's PG-13. I don't know if you know yet.
And
then at that moment in time is the only time that I think Colonel Sanders says fuck.
Yeah, he does.
He goes fuck, and then you're like, they got away with it. I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, I think you're allowed like 1, but actually this was PG. I think at the time.
Just PG?
I think so.
I don't even know. I
can't
didn't
remember.
like. That's funny
Because
though.
the R rating wasn't even like a thing yet. I don't think. So it was a little more loose. But
Mhm.
anyway, so yeah, that happens. Yeah, Barf and Star, they leave because they, he's a little upset they didn't get the princess. They got their $1,000,000 space bucks and they took off. Oh, actually they didn't, but we'll get into that. So they end up at a diner, and if you can see the Millennium Falcon parked there too.
That's right.
Where Barf gets the special. So they're just chilling his little tail and on the waitress, and she's like, it has a mind of its own. Sorry. And
read a thing, but before he asked for the special, he goes, "I'll take the cleavage," because they're
oh yeah.
and then
Lone Star just gets the soup. I'll take the soup. I'll take the special. But that's when we go to a scene where a group of people that symbolize the aliens people, which one guy, John Hertz, is that his name?
Yeah.
He's actually there.
Did you know he did that for free?
Did he really?
Yeah, he did that scene for him for free.
That's
like he didn't charge him
cool.
drugs.
So he does the chest burster scene. He's like, oh, and it's funny because they're all the conversation they're having is weird. Like that one black guy,
I never knew what the hell they were talking about.
I know, it's kind of weird.
It's like,
so as his thing bursts, and then he's like, get this guy some water, and the guy's like, water my ass, get this guy some Pepto-Bismol, and that's when the little alien gremlin comes out, and it's all, hello my honey, hello my darling, and it's like dancing. Really, it has a little cane, a little hat, like. it's such a random scene that's like I don't know why. It's just a funny thing that they added. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know how.
am I wrong? Is that from Looney Tunes? Yeah, it's the
It's
frog,
the frog guy,
and it's called Midday Frog or something
the
stupid like
WB
that.
frog. He's like,
Yeah, but yeah, he comes out. That's what the. It's just so
it's
random.
dumb. And then
I was watching. I was dying.
Barf's like, what did he get? He's like, the special. He's like, I'll have the soup. But then they end up leaving.
Like,
They end up leaving.
Check, please.
So we go back to the wedding where it's revealed that Lone Star didn't even take the money, and like Bess was like, "Oh man, like he didn't even say bye." Like she's all mad. And then we go back to Barf and Lone Star where they open a fortune cookie finally that Yogurt gave to him, and that's what revealed Lone Star is of royalty by Yogurt, which means, which means he can go marry Vespa. And it's funny because like Yogurt's like, "Well, may the Schwartz be with you." Oh, what a world! What a world! He's doing that Wizard of Oz thing.
Yeah.
Quotables. So yeah, we get a quick shot of the villains after that landing in Statue of Liberty Head where the apes find him. And can you guess the movie?
Planet of the
Lord
Apes.
of the Apes. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Planet of the Apes. No, I'm just kidding. But he goes, oh shit, there goes the planet.
He's like, what's that coming out of the nose? He's all Spaceballs, right?
Spaceballs. Oh shit. That's
there
so
goes the planet.
So we back to the wedding, and that's when the minister, he's all pissed off again. He's like, excuse me, I'm trying to conduct a wedding here, which has nothing to do with love. Like, because, like, Bess was, like, really upset. Like, she's like, no, I need to go see Lone Star. And that's when Prince Lone Star and Barf arrive in their sweet-ass outfits. And the minister's like, Barf? He's all, what's your full name? Bartholomew. So they end up getting married. He knocks over Prince Valium. And Vespa and Lone Star get married, and they're making out. And Lone Star has his eyes open for some reason. It's a little strange.
I didn't even notice that, dude.
He's
But
like, yeah, go
I
ahead.
don't want to tell you something that we didn't talk about random, but I think it's Lord Helmet who does this. But instead of calling Barf or someone, I think it's either Dot Matrix. Instead of calling him Barf, they call him Puke.
Does she?
You remember? Yeah, one of those characters does. I forget who it was.
I
was hoping you'd written it down, but
I think I do remember that.
I forgot to write it down.
It was tough, man. There's a lot of stuff in this movie that
so
I just
much.
like. But anyway, that's the end of the movie.
Yes.
I know we rushed kind of through it fast, and it seemed like, but it was
no,
fun.
that's just no, that's just the movie itself. It's
I know.
like it's
kind
short.
of all over.
It's all over and it's short. It's not like super like it's not Tenant. I'm just kidding. No, but yeah,
it's not Star Wars.
Yeah, it's not Star Wars. So there's not like a whole lot of stuff going on. But
well, I already know your review.
Yeah, well, would you like me to go into it?
You're a winder. You already did.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead. No, go into it. Let's see.
Why, thank you, sir, for allowing me to say my review. So this is a rewind for me. Like, I watched this movie, like I said, a lot. And it's one of those movies that I can definitely just recommend to people, especially who are Star Wars fans and just, like, want to see something that, spoofs it. Exactly. Like, it's just really funny, dude. And it's so well done. And Mel Brooks, if you guys don't know who Mel Brooks, you guys should definitely check out his, like, old movies. Like, he does such a great job all around. So yeah, rewind for me. But yeah, what about you?
Oh man, it's kind of tough because it is rewind for me because I can watch it multiple times, but I don't. But like I said, our review little system is changing here.
Definitely has, yeah.
So I would say rewind / love wind. But no, dude, I really love this movie too. It's a great spoof movie of the Star Wars movies. I remember first watching it young and be like, I love the chest burst. I mean, I didn't get all the jokes then, but like the chest burster scene was always like one of my favorites. He's like, "Hello, my dog." I remember cracking
his
up.
Little legs, dude, is like.
But but yeah, it's just all around great film, fun, and just have yourself a laugh. Rick Moranis alone is just great.
Yeah.
But that brings me to my favorite scene, which I already kind of mentioned. We haven't found shit. Where the guy's like with the radio.
All right,
something like that.
Before we go on, I want to ask you this. This is one of the new things I like to do. Is what was your favorite quote throughout the movie, or one?
That's what I just said.
Which one was it?
No,
Oh, the
we
we ain't
ain't found
found. Oh,
shit.
okay. I didn't hear that you said that.
You don't
So
like
mine was the one.
I didn't
What a
ask.
pity. What a pretty. No. Yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes.
That guy is sweet.
Hey, he's a
super random.
sweet-ass
He comes
random
in
guy.
hard. He comes in hard.
He comes in hard. He looks like he's gonna be. I feel like he was gonna be like that menacing like guy from like what is it, General Tarkins or what is it?
Hux or some shit.
Yeah, like no, not Hux. What the fuck? No, like he was like one of the characters from Star Wars. Like he was gonna come out like all mean, but he came out like this weird ass like.
No,
just
yeah,
was
for
so
sure.
sweet, dude. But yeah.
Okay, well, we loved it. Let me go ahead and read a review of someone who didn't really like it that much. This one was kind of hard. People were really mean. One guy was like, "Don't give Mel Brooks any more excuse to live" or some shit. I was like, "Damn, bro."
Damn.
But anyway, someone says, "Very, very stupid movie." This is a very, very stupid movie. It's so bad that I feel the need to warn people. I don't understand why I need 10 lines to explain that this is a stupid movie. Well, me writing 10 lines of utter nonsense just to convey how stupid this movie is, is in fact perfectly in the spirit of a hideous movie. I have no idea how anyone can watch this movie, then come here and claim that it was a good movie. I just tried posting this review as is, but it's still not enough. I must continue to write nonsense in order to share the simple comment that this movie totally sucks. I'll try one more time to post, crossing my fingers. That would be strike 2. At this point, the fact that I'm still writing should be a good indication that this movie was so horrid that I am determined to make sure that people, young and old, know what to stay away from this turd.
Oh my god.
That one hurt my brain reading it. It's just so like kind of redundant.
I got lost when you were talking.
It definitely
dude. I was
got
like,
lost.
What the?
I was getting a little confused. It's, but like he just keeps going. Like why? Like but why do you have to write? Like I don't know why I'm still going on this. Why should I keep going? I'm still having thoughts. Like obviously maybe you did like this movie.
It's like he was bothered while he was bothered while he was bothered. You know what I mean? Like he continuously just made himself like feel more and more. Like come on, dude. Like
yeah, that's a little strange.
It's just I don't know. I mean,
these guys are crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever, dude. I mean,
it's all right, dude. Screw them. So that's not that crazy reviews on it.
It's probably not for them. You know, this movie's not for them.
Maybe they don't know what Star Wars is.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I don't know. But that was that review. That was a silly one. But obviously we enjoyed it.
Definitely
recommend it if you are a Star Wars fan or just a fan of just funny comedies.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ernie,
yes,
anything you'd like to say before we get out of here?
No, I just I always want to say thank you guys again for listening. We do appreciate
and watching.
Yeah, and watching now because we're doing our video. It's a little weird where we're barely getting into it, so
we'll try to get more animated.
Bear with us. We're gonna have we had a little background this time with the little toys.
Bear.
I
like that one. I
did. So so bear with us. We're gonna get better, and hopefully the audio quality has gotten a lot better as well. But yeah, if you guys have any recommendations or any overall topics you guys kind of want to like have us discuss while we do a movie, we're all ears.
We're open for it.
Yeah.
We have our Twitter, Instagram, Quotables Cast. You can find us on that. If you want to look for us on YouTube, Quotables, a movie podcast, probably the easiest way you'll find us, or just putting Quotables in a movie that we have on our episodes. They're all uploaded. They're all ready for listening.
Yeah.
Thanks again for listening. We appreciate it. We have May the 4th. We're a little late on it, but it's okay. Spaceballs was great.
This one is May the 10th.
May the 10th be with you now.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you again for watching and listening. We hope to get better with our visual quality. So thanks again for listening, Ernie. Tap us out.
Boom.